Fabian.
Kabekkelan.
Virtuosity.
Some children know the words, but with the pressure to spell it right, they spell it wrong.
Bolgue. B-O-L-G-U-E.
Your word is correct.
One letter could change a life.
Doesn't matter how old you are, you still can be a champion.
One show will leave the whole family spelling for literacy and spelling for fun. The East African Spelling Bee, coming soon. Brought to you by
Mama TV.
Latest ones.
The word is day.
Omukyalo nakutudde kumpi bwati omumanyi
Namumananga.
taata ansa kyeyo ati namumananga
Anti mperano. Eriye
tokyamujjukira oba masoga
kibawo mu kiseera ekyo wekiba kyabitwako ekintu ekiri mu past tense toyinza akiza mu present tense.
daba baali baagalana essaawa zino omuntu laga nti namumanyako nali mumanyi.
Ono bw'aba yafuluma mu maka gange n'azimba amaka ge n'alonda buli keyamanya ati kake.
Netukeera ku makya netufunayo ka breakfast. Wetwafunyeyo ka breakfast kale yabadde ewooma kozi kye yabadde mulungi. Then naye ekintu ekiriwo ng'ekyawadde ekyamaanyi amagi ge yatufumbidde gabadde just ayina ebintu like gabadde omunnyo like side ate nga wamu teguliyo bulungi ndowooza tegakubye bulungi naye nga gabadde malungi naye nze tebyangendedde.
Fabian.
Kabekkelan.
Virtuosity.
Some children know the words, but with the pressure to spell it right, they spell it wrong.
Bolgue. B-O-L-G-U-E.
Your word is correct.
One letter could change a life.
Doesn't matter how old you are, you still can be a champion.
One show will leave the whole family spelling for literacy and spelling for fun. The East African Spelling Bee, coming soon. Brought to you by
Mama TV.
Latest ones.
The word is day.
omukyalo nakutudde kumpi bwati omumanyi
Namumananga.
taata ansa kyeyo ati namumananga.
Anti mperano. Eriye
tokyamujjukira oba masoga
kibawo mu kiseera ekyo wekiba kyabitwako ekintu ekiri mu past tense toyinza akiza mu present tense.
daba baali baagalana essaawa zino omuntu laga nti namumanyako nali mumanyi.
Ono bw'aba yafuluma mu maka gange n'azimba amaka ge n'alonda buli keyamanya ati kake.
netukeera ku makya ne tufunayo ka breakfast. We twafunyeyo ka breakfast kale yabadde ewooma kozi kye yabadde mulungi then naye ekintu ekiriwo ng'ekyabadde ekyamaanyi amagi ge yatufumbidde gabadde just ayina ebintu like gabadde omunnyo like side ate nga wamu teguliyo bulungi ndowooza tegakubye bulungi naye nga gabadde malungi naye nze tebyangendedde.
Curriculum. Virtuosity.
Some children know the words, but with the pressure to spell it right, they spell it wrong.
Bulgue. B-O-L-G-U-E.
Your word is correct.
One letter could change a life.
Doesn't matter how old you are, you still can be a champion.
One show will leave the whole family spelling for literacy and spelling for fun. The East African Spelling Bee, coming soon. Brought to you by
Mama TV. Tugabane.
Latest ones.
The word is day.
Omukyalo nakutudde kumpi bwati omumanyi
namumananga
taata ansa kyeyo ati namumananga
anti mperano eriyo ekibaawo mu kiseera ekyo wekiba kyabitwako ekintu ekiri mu past tense toyinza kiza mu present tense.
Daba abaali baagalana essaawa zino omuntu laga nti namumanyako nali mumanyi.
Ono bw'aba yafuluma mu maka gange azimba amaka ge n'alonda buli keyamana ati kake
netukeera ku makya ne tufunayo ka breakfast. We twafunyeyo ka breakfast kale yabadde ewooma kozi kye yabadde mulungi then naye ekintu ekiriwo ng'ekyabadde ekyamaanyi amagi ge yatufumbidde gabadde just ayina ebintu like gabadde omunnyo like side ate nga wamu teguliyo bulungi ndowooza tegakubye bulungi naye nga gabadde malungi naye nze tebyangendedde.
Curriculum. Virtuosity.
Some children know the words, but with the pressure to spell it right, they spell it wrong.
Bulgue. B-O-L-G-U-E.
Your word is correct.
One letter could change a life.
Doesn't matter how old you are, you still can be a champion.
One show will leave the whole family spelling for literacy and spelling for fun. The East African Spelling Bee, coming soon. Brought to you by
Mama TV. Tugabane.
Latest ones.
The word is day.
Omukyalo nakutudde kumpi bwati omumanyi
namumananga
taata ansa kyeyo ati namumananga
anti mperano eriyo ekibaawo mu kiseera ekyo wekiba kyabitwako ekintu ekiri mu past tense toyinza kiza mu present tense.
Daba abaali baagalana essaawa zino omuntu laga nti namumanyako nali mumanyi.
Ono bw'aba yafuluma mu maka gange azimba amaka ge n'alonda buli keyama naati kake.
Netukeera ku makya ne tufunayo ka breakfast. We twafunyeyo ka breakfast kale yabadde ewooma kozi kye yabadde mulungi, then naye ekintu ekiriwo ng'ekyawadde ekyamaanyi amagi ge yatufumbidde gabadde just ayina ebintu like gabadde omunnyo like side ate nga wamu teguliyo bulungi, ndowooza tegakubye bulungi naye nga gabadde malungi naye nze tebyangendedde.
Curriculum virtuosity.
Some children know the words, but with the pressure to spell it right, they spell it wrong.
Bulgue. B-O-L-G-U-E.
Your word is correct.
One letter could change a life.
Doesn't matter how old you are, still can be a champion.
One show will leave the whole family spelling for literacy and spelling for fun. The East African.
A very good evening and welcome to your trusted source where we give you the news for the week. My name is Patience Rahema and this is your weekly roundup where we briefly discuss the headlines that made and shaped East Africa and the world beyond.
And my name is Ashley Kalenda and this is Mama TV Uganda. Remember to watch us on Star Times channel 243. Follow us on our social media handles at Mama TV Uganda. You're welcome.
The NRM Delegates Conference was held at Kololo Independence Grounds in Uganda, with thousands of delegates attending for elections and policy discussions ahead of the 2026 general elections. With the slogan, "Protecting the Gains, we make a leap into high middle-income status."
President Yoweri Museveni opened the conference delivering a major policy speech that outlined Uganda's economic progress and plans towards a 5 billion economy. Critical governance issues such as fighting corruption, improving service delivery and accountability were emphasized.
A notable race was the contest for the first national vice chairperson female between Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaja and Right Honorable Anita Among, where Anita Among ended Kadaja's 20-year reign.
Some elections like the NRM Entrepreneurs League was suspended to allegations of bribery and irregularities. Several candidates withdrew from races, citing various challenges including claims of intimidation.
Curriculum virtuosity.
Some children know the words, but with the pressure to spell it right, they spell it wrong.
Bulgue. B-O-L-G-U-E.
Your word is correct.
One letter could change a life.
Doesn't matter how old you are, still can be a champion.
One show will leave the whole family spelling for literacy and spelling for fun. The East African Spelling Bee, coming soon. Brought to you by
Mama TV. Tugabane.
Best Ones.
The word is day.
omukyalo naakutudde kumpi bw'ati omumanyi
namumananga
taata ansa kyeyo ati namumananga
ati mperano
tokyamujjukira
kibaawo mu kiseera ekyo wekiba kyabitwako ekintu ekiri mu past tense toyinza akiza mu present tense.
Daba abaali baagalana essaawa zino omuntu laga nti namumanyako nali mumanyi
ono bw'aba yafuluma mu maka gange azimba
to trace.
Get to hear what happened at
I congratulate the vice chairpersons who have been elected. I congratulate the vice chairpersons who have been elected, and I congratulate the vice chairpersons who have been elected. And I thank all the voters.
We'll be updating you.
It's now late. We shall talk tomorrow. But now you can celebrate. Because there's time for work. There's time for celebrations. Now, the people who are not happy, what happened is easy to trace. So if anybody made some games, we shall find out. I thank you and I wish you good luck.
Well, the contest between Honorable Anita Among and Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga for the position of first national vice chairperson female in the NRM was a key highlight of the delegates' conference at Kololo. Among emerged victorious, ending Rebecca Kadaga's 20-year hold on the position.
This was a significant political shift, with the ruling party Among's victory is seen as part of the broader changes within the NRM leadership as the party positions itself ahead of the 2026 general elections.
Kadaga, a veteran politician, was a formidable contender, but the delegates chose Among to drive the party's agenda forward in this key role.
The election was competitive, reflecting strong support bases for both candidates, but ultimately marked a change in leadership direction within the NRM female wing. This is what the president and chairperson of NRM had to say.
Building. So, Excellency, if there's anyone to be a special nominee, let it be her. I'm the incumbent, and I think I'm entitled to remain in my position. It would send a very wrong signal. That's why you protected Haji Chigongo, because of seniority. But now you are saying, Rebecca Kadaga, you get out. Really? Your Excellency, I find this unacceptable. I'm not going to take any other position. I'm the incumbent, and I say this is my position until I'm voted out.
Moving on, at around 2 a.m. this morning, a section of the vibrant Amber Court market in Jinja caught fire, which, according to the traders, was caused by a cooking stove which was left overnight cooking beans.
Despite the fire brigade arriving 20 minutes later to put out the fire, traders have incurred a huge loss. From money stock to stock, one electronic shop had devices worth 80 million Uganda shillings. Almost everything on that one section was reduced to ash and rubble, with some traders trying to take what they could from the heap this morning.
For the street children, collecting metal to sell at the scrap metal stores was the order of the day. Some traders had to chase them away in effort to save what had remained, according to the residents. This is not the first time in the market. The market rather is burning down. The same incident occurred in 2021. Their
plea is that the government intervenes as their businesses are their daily bread, stating that their future of their children and academics depend on that too. Well, severe floods have recently hit Butaleja district in Uganda, causing significant damage and displacement following sustained heavy rains. River Manafwa and other rivers burst their banks, flooding 6 counties and displacing more than 7,000 people.
The floods have submerged homes, schools, gardens and crops, severely disrupting livelihood and the education sector. Local leaders have appealed for government intervention and relief support, highlighting concerns over potential food shortages and economic hardships if heavy rains continue.
Affected people are displaced and seeking refuge with relatives within and outside the district. Well, in other stories, the latest news about Gloria Orwoba from Kenya centers a dramatic political and legal standoff. Gloria Orwoba, the former nominated senator, was blocked from accessing the Kenyan Senate, and despite having court orders reinstating her position,
she was expelled from the United Democratic Alliance UDA party in May, but challenged the expulsion and the political party's disputes. Tribunal ruled that her expulsion was unlawful due to procedural lapses and violations of natural justice principles.
Despite this ruling, the Senate security denied her entry and her replacement, Consolata Wakwavuvi, was already sworn in. In a dramatic confrontation at the Senate gates, Orwoba was overheard daring security officers to arrest her, asserting that she legally remains the nominated senator.
Eventually, she was arrested by police during the encounter and later released on a 10,000 cash bail. The situation has raised legal and political questions about the conflict between court rulings and the parliamentary actions, with Orwoba maintaining that any Senate decisions involving her replacement are illegitimate.
This recent episode highlights intense political drama and legal battles within Kenyan politics regarding party leadership and Senate representation.
Shame on you. Shame on you, woman. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Langat ako nje. Wengine wako ndani. Shame on you. Shame on you. Women being used. Shame on you. Shame. Achana na mguu yangu. Achana na mguu yangu. Nisema wachana na mguu yangu. Achana na mguu yangu. Unalipia sasa pia.
Moving on, Kenya marked Katiba Day on 27th August 2025, commemorating 15 years since the promulgation of the 2010 Constitution. President William Ruto explained why Katiba Day was not declared a public holiday, citing concerns raised during the Constitution making process about having many two holidays.
Instead, the celebrations were planned for the afternoon to allow Kenyans to work in the morning, emphasizing the spirit of the Constitution and efforts to consolidate national holidays during the official celebrations held at the Kenya International Convention Center, KICC, in Nairobi. President highlighted the day as a reminder of the collective duty to obey and preserve and protect and implement the Constitution. He also expressed openness to future discussions about potentially making Katiba Day a holiday, a public holiday. The day included various activities and reflections on the transformative and progressive nature of Kenya's supreme law, with calls to renew commitment to uphold it. Institutions like the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, used the occasion to reaffirm the commitment to accountability and public interest in policing Katiba Day, and is now an annual event in Kenya aimed at honoring the Constitution and shaping the country's future governance and development. Moving on, a powerful hailstorm struck Osiri village in Kisumu West on the 9th of August 2025, causing widespread destruction and leaving nearly 50 families homeless. The storm was described by local residents as historic and unprecedented in magnitude. Mud-walled houses were flattened, rooftops ripped off by strong winds, and windows shattered by the large hailstorm, sparking fear among residents, especially children. The community faced the night in the cold as several homes were destroyed or severely damaged. The hailstorm also injured people and animals in the area, worsening the situation despite the extensive damage. By the following morning, no officials from the county or national government had yet visited the affected village. The storm comes amidst meteorological warnings of increased rainfall in Western Kenya, raising concerns for further adverse weather events. Moving on to a neighboring country, Tanzania's main opposition party, Chadema, has been disqualified from participating in the upcoming October 2025 presidential and parliamentary elections. The Independent National Elections Commission barred Chadema because the party failed to sign a mandatory code of conduct agreement by the stipulated deadline. This disqualification extends to all by-elections until 2030. The move followed treason charges against Chadema leader Tundu Lissu, who was accused of attempting to disrupt the elections. Lissu's arrest and the party's exclusion have raised concerns about political freedoms and the suppression of opposition voices under President Samia Suluhu. In addition to Chadema, the presidential candidate from the Alliance for Change and Transparency Act, Wazalendo Luhaga Mpina was also disqualified from running after being blocked from submitting nomination forms due to lack of qualification. Act Wazalendo vowed to challenge the decision in court, calling it a dangerous precedent, undermining democracy. With the main opposition parties sidelined, President Samia Suluhu Hassan remains the front runner, facing only minor party candidates in the upcoming elections. This political landscape has drawn scrutiny from international observers and human rights advocates concerned about the shrinking space for opposition in Tanzania. Well, we still have more stories for you tonight. Don't go too far.
Netukeera ku makya ne tufunayo ka breakfast. We twafunyeyo ka breakfast kale yabadde wooma kozi kye yabadde mulungi then naye ekintu ekiriwo ng'ekyawadde ekyamaanyi amagi ge yatufumbidde gabadde just ayina ebintu like gabadde omunnyo like side ate nga wamu teguliyo bulungi ndowooza tegakubye bulungi naye nga gabadde malungi naye nze tebyangendedde.
Curriculum virtuosity.
Some children know the words, but with the pressure to spell it right, they spell it wrong.
Bulgue. B-O-L-G-U-E.
Your word is correct.
One letter could change a life.
Doesn't matter how old you are, you still can be a champion.
One show will leave the whole family spelling for literacy and spelling for fun. The East African Spelling Bee, coming soon. Brought to you by
Mama TV. Tugabane.
Latest ones.
The word is day.
Omukyalo nakutudde kumpi bwati omumanyi
namumananga
taata ansa kyeyo ati namumananga
anti mperano eriye
tokyamujjukira oba masoga
ekibaawo mu kiseera ekyo wekiba kyabitwako ekintu ekiri mu past tense toyinza akiza mu present tense.
Daba abaali baagalana essaawa zino omuntu laga nti namumanyako nali mumanyi.
Ono bw'aba yafuluma mu maka gange azimba amaka ge n'alonda buli keyamana ati kake
netukeera ku makya ne tufunayo ka breakfast. We twafunyeyo ka breakfast kale yabadde wooma kozi kye yabadde mulungi then naye ekintu ekiriwo ng'ekyawadde ekyamaanyi amagi ge yatufumbidde gabadde just ayina ebintu like gabadde omunnyo like side ate nga wamu teguliyo bulungi ndowooza tegakubye bulungi naye nga gabadde malungi naye nze tebyangendedde.
Curriculum virtuosity.
Some children know the words, but with the pressure to spell it right, they spell it wrong.
Bulgue. B-O-L-G-U-E.
Your word is correct.
One letter could change a life.
Doesn't matter how old you are, you still can be a champion.
One show will leave the whole family spelling for literacy and spelling for fun. The East African Spelling Bee, coming soon. Brought to you by
Mama TV. Tugabane.
Latest ones.
The word is day.
Omukyalo nakutudde kumpi bwati omumanyi
namumananga
taata ansa kyeyo ati namumananga
ati mperano eriyo
tokyamujjukira oba masoga
ekibaawo mu kiseera ekyo wekiba kyabitwako ekintu ekiri mu past tense toyinza akiza mu present tense.
Ddaba abaali baagalana essaawa zino omuntu laga nti namumanyako nali mumanyi.
Ono bw'aba yafuluma mu maka gange azimba amaka ge n'alonda buli keyamanya ati kake.
Welcome back from the short commercial break. We dive in where every August the Even Number SDA Church District comes alive with spiritual energy and fellowship. From the 15th to the 23rd of August, believers from across the region gathered for the annual Seventh-day Adventist Camp, a tradition deeply rooted in faith and renewal. Held in the heart of Even Number Parish, Budondo, Northern Division in Jinja City, the camp drew hundreds of participants, young and old. This year's camp was graced by a distinguished guest, Honorable Babire Mili Babalanda, the Minister for the Presidency, who honored the gathering as the chief guest. Throughout the week, the camp featured inspiring sermons aimed at strengthening spiritual and social bonds.
I am here in Jinja City at a district called Even Number. Even Number is a district, church district in our faith or religion. By the grace of God, I am the chairperson of women in the Kayab-Soga region. And today, as a Seventh-day Adventist follower, we've come to the end of our camp meeting. We normally gather for a week to remind ourselves about the goodness of Jesus Christ. In this year's theme, for the Women's Day celebrations, we had End It Now, Stop It. Stop acts of violence. Stop neglecting the older person.
Well, on the 24th of August 2025, a remarkable fundraising event was held at St. Denis Sebu Guanaminya Parish, organized by Father Moses Walusimbi. The purpose was to support the construction of the Father's House, a long-awaited dream for the parish community. Among the generous contributors, one name stood out, Madam Resti Nanteza, affectionately known as Nakapatu. In a powerful gesture to support faith, she donated 100 bags of cement valued at 3 million Ugandan shillings. Her contribution will go a long way in laying foundation, both literally and spiritually, of this important project.
nga tuwulira bamwogerako tukuze tumulaba yalina babraza be bavuganga taxi
era we bali wano
bambi nga bwe bansanga nga nva ku Sentinowa
Senoga jangu wano Senoga jangu wano sebo
ne banjala
Senoga oliwa yuyo wandiduse nako mukama wange
Senoga emitwalaga
Finally, in the world of sports, this week's CHAN competitions reached an exciting stage with all the three host nations, that is Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania, advancing to the quarterfinals. However, the three host nations were eliminated in the quarterfinals despite the strong home support.
Defending champion Senegal edged Uganda 1-0 in Kampala, while Morocco squeezed past Tanzania with a 1-0 win in Dar es Salaam. Kenya lost to Madagascar in penalties 4-3.
On 23rd August 2025, Sudan played against Algeria and won on penalties after a long struggle in the pitch. Senegal was then defeated by Morocco on penalties in the semi-final stage, crushing their hopes to proceed to the finals.
Sudan will face Senegal for the third place today at Mandela National Stadium at 6, which was today, and it has happened. And the finals will be held on 30th of August 2025, tomorrow. Morocco versus Madagascar at the Moi International Sports Center at 18:00 hours.
That is it that we had for you today. That is also the weekly roundup. My name is Patience Rehema. Make sure that you're following us on our social media platforms, that is Instagram, Facebook, YouTube and TikTok.
And my name is Ashley Kalenya. This is Mama TV Uganda. Remember to watch us on Star Times channel 243 and on free to air. Good night.
Netukeera ku makya ne tufunayo ka breakfast. We twafunyeyo ka breakfast kale yabadde ewooma kozi kye yabadde mulungi, then naye ekintu ekiriwo ng'ekyawadde ekyamaanyi amagi ge yatufumbidde gabadde just ayina ebintu like gabadde omunnyo like side ate nga wamu teguliyo bulungi, ndowooza tegakubye bulungi naye nga gabadde malungi, naye nze tebyangende.
Curriculum virtuosity.
Some children know the words, but with the pressure to spell it right, they spell it wrong.
Bulgue. B-O-L-G-U-E.
Is that correct? Your word is correct.
One letter could change a life.
Doesn't matter how old you are.